Meet Kay. So as you can see, Kay is still very comfortable in her gown. By the way, she sells hair products online. Meet Daniela. Daniela has an 8 to 5 job that requires her to be speaking to clients virtually every now and again. Meet Zweli. Zweli is a freelancer, and I think he's probably sealing a deal with a client right there. I hope you are as well. Meet Kathy. Kathy looks kind of stressed, so she's a property owner. Maybe she's checking which houses are on the market right now. Meet Lindy. Lindy is an owner of a mobile spa. As you can see, her pretty face says it all. She makes sure that we are beautiful. Meet Zbuda. So Zbu is a farmer. And that smiles, Buddha. I think it says there's more ching ching coming in. Meet Randy. Randy is a life coach and her smile is so welcoming. I think she's talking to a client right there. Meet Candace. So Candace seems to be very ready. She's about to do a sales pitch and her shirt at the back says it all. Hi Zach, meet Zach. Zach is a fitness trainer and he seems very tough and yeah. Okay Zach, we see you. Alright, so now that you've seen that little clip, I think it's time for us to start with our masterclass. Enjoy. Guys, can anyone try to make up something out of what they just saw now? I'm willing to engage with you guys. So if there's anyone who feels like they picked up something from what I just played, can you unmute and just say something?
Hi guys.
Hey Paul.
I feel like everyone had a piece of technology they were working with. That's what I picked up.
Okay, yes, you are right. Some of them had a piece of technology, but some didn't. So what's common out of all of this is that these are all businesses, different businesses, right? So all of them have got different businesses. There's one who has an 8 to 5, but still she engages with clients regardless whether she has an 8 to 5 or not, right? So still, that is someone engaging with probably an owner of a business. So I think that is the other part, but you are very correct with that. Okay, so I think let me first start by introducing, I think I've welcomed you guys, right? So welcome again. So let me just give you a brief about me. So Ntabi is a brand builder, a founder of IL Design's Creative Approach, which is a design agency that offers branding solutions. And of course, we have upgraded to digital marketing, social media marketing, and more. So that is the exciting part about it. And also I'm a content creator. So I've built a brand around my name, A Real Talk with Ntabi, which I'm now able to, broaden my horizon, like having a YouTube channel, having all the social media platforms, empowering and transforming other people. So basically that is me in a nutshell. And I am certified in fundamentals of digital marketing. Hence, we found ourselves here today doing this masterclass, because if I didn't have the skill, if I didn't have that certified stamp that I wouldn't be doing it. So I'm hoping that the knowledge that I'm going to share will be impactful to you. So I am on all social media platforms as Real Talk with Ntabi. The business is IL Designs, which I believe most of you already have an idea. So I'm just going to shoot straight into it and now talk to you about digital marketing. So the big question is, what is the big deal about digital marketing? So the biggest thing about digital marketing is that it's always been there. But now, 2020, I think it was a year for a lot of people to discover a lot more about digital marketing. hence it is so big, hence everyone is talking about it, hence everyone wants to be a part, wants to get a piece of digital marketing. But now I'm going to be unpacking different ways of which you can use digital marketing, but also to not just help you with digital marketing, but to give you ideas and tips on how you can approach it. Because this is the same thing as trends. You know how is it that when something is trending, a lot of people will just fall into it, wanting to just be a part of it, doing challenges, doing 1, 2, 3. And after that, you like, what was the whole purpose of doing what I was doing? So I'm gonna now change the narrative and say, there has to be tools that you use for you to be a part of this. Don't just use it because it's trending, all right? Okay, so what is a digital marketing? I think I wanna move this here, all right. So what is digital marketing? So in simple terms, guys, digital marketing is any form of marketing that exists online, all right? So the fact that you are here with me right now, it means that you are applying digital marketing. You are connecting with me remotely, you are connecting with me online. So already that is the first example that we can use. So that is in the simplest term. So now, something that we need to understand is that there is digital marketing and traditional marketing. So the difference between digital marketing and traditional marketing, let's start with traditional marketing. Because when you think about traditional marketing, I'm sure that you guys are aware that traditional marketing is being said that it's actually phasing out. It is no longer relevant. It is no longer the best way to market your brand, of which is partially true. I can say over 50% true, but still we have to understand that it's still working, because if you go to a mall and you find shops there, so what do you call that? It's actually traditional marketing in a way, because if there's a shop right there, well, they do have online shops, online shopping carts, shopping sites and all that. But let's assume that there's a shop at the mall and it does have a website, but it's not selling online. So that is still traditional marketing, because when people go there, they are able to get referrals, or they can pass by and see that. And understanding traditional marketing, some of the examples is like outdoor billboards, wraps, posters. So when you pass driving on the highway, seeing those billboards, that is traditional marketing. But now we notice that this year we spend so much time sitting in our homes, not even going outside. So meaning, if you had invested in that billboard, it was somehow useless, right? It was somehow useless because no one was seeing it. No one was able to see what you're trying to put out there or trying to market. So broadcasting as well, TV and radio, you might think is mainly like digital marketing, but right now I think it falls on both sides. But before, I think TV and radio were the main platforms for traditional marketing, because you would need to go there and buy a certain space in terms of advertising, having to pay, having to find a certain slot to advertise your work. Unlike online, where you can have or create your online presence. Unlike digital, you can create your online presence and have it accessible anytime at any day. So that is the difference. So I'm sure you guys are aware that print, like newspapers, magazines, are phasing out, right? So catalogs and all that are phasing out. Business cards as well, they will be phasing out soon, but there are still people that feel like, I still need my card. So that is something that you have to understand, that some things are just phasing out, and you can either adapt or you can still use it, because some still work. There are still magazines that are out there that are being sold and people still buy. So there are many ways to this. So it partially works. At the same time, it doesn't work. But anyway, that is traditional marketing. Moving on to digital marketing. So digital marketing, guys, without dwelling much into it, is the future. We need to consider digital marketing, and all the social media platforms that you're using right now. Those are what we call part and parcel of digital marketing, how you market your brand. And also you can think of a website, content marketing. So affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing, for example, is maybe when you work with influencers, when you work with not brands, but individuals that have a great following that are aligned to your brand. So let's say, for example, Toriso is an author. And if Toriso finds an influencer that has a high following of people in the same space of loving reading, having book clubs and all that, she can use that as an advantage because that person is aligned to what she does. And she can get more traffic by using that person, more traction, because it's aligned to her brand. Which is another thing. We often think that having a lot of followers is actually a saying that you have arrived. Like you feel like I am there, born. And I don't know, maybe by the show of hands, I don't know if you guys have been exposed to inboxes on Instagram, people asking to get you more followers, get you whatever followers. Even on YouTube, people asking you to grow your YouTube by buying those people. I don't know if I don't know about you guys. Okay, I think majority of us have been through that. And it's unfortunate that there are people that would be tempted, but you find it funny that when you even go to that person's profile, there is no following. That person is not even following anyone. It's 000, and then you wonder, how is this person going to help me? And because of your desperate side to say, I actually need a lot of followers, you jump into it. And jumping into it, you get those followers, and then what happens next? Those people are bought. Like you just bought people. It's like you shooting a movie and calling people to just come and sit and pretend as if they are part of the movie or whatever, and they're just people. There's nothing about them. So those are things that we need to really think about. So don't really think that if you have a huge following, then you are sorted. The main important thing is engagement, which we will talk about when we get to another section. So now there is inbound marketing, there is email marketing, there is PPC, which is pay per click. There is SEM, which is search engine marketing. And we have what we call SEO, which is the biggest of them all, that is very, very important. So now, in summary, content marketing is you being able to create content that is valuable to your right targeted markets. So email marketing is what I've been doing to you guys. Sending you all emails because I want to make sure that you guys are here. So constantly sending you emails, sometimes it can be irritating, but that is marketing on its own. It can be annoying getting the same email many times, but it is part of marketing. You just need to have a better strategy of making it more interesting and have a catchy tagline that will attract the person to even want to open that email, for example. So with pay-per-click, so these are paid ads, like for example on Google. When you go to Google and you get to promote or create campaigns. So what happens is that when people open your campaign, what happens is that when they click, that's when you start paying. So if people are not clicking on your ad, you are not going to pay anything. You understand? So search engine marketing as well it's still the same thing as similar to SEO. It focuses a lot on your keywords, because something about us is that you will be in a certain niche. Let's say we have coaches here, we have practitioners here. The kind of content that you create, if it's not speaking to what aligned to your brand, then just know that it will not be relevant, or it will not reach the right people, which I'll still touch on, because emphasizing the right targeted market is actually very important. All right, so now let me check the time. So I want you, if you have a notepad or a pen or wherever you can write this, please note the golden circle model. So the golden circle model is very important, and this can apply for an advanced business, someone who is aspiring to be in business, someone who is just starting. So I want you to really take note of this. So what does the golden circle model say? So the golden circle model talks about, actually has 3 questions in place. And those questions are, the first one is what? The second one is why? The third one is how? So now when we think about business, it's important for you to firstly ask yourself, what is it that you are doing? What is it that you want to achieve out of all of that? That is the what. What are you doing? What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to solve? So an amazing leader, keynote speaker, Vosita Mbekwayo, which is partially my mentor, but he doesn't know. But those are people that I follow. He always, when he has these master classes, every time when there's a Q&A session, the first question that he asks when a person tells them about, this is what I'm doing in my business, or this is how I want to run my business, the question is, what is it that you have identified? What is it that you're trying to solve? So what problem are you trying to solve? Because it's one thing to know what you want to do, but it's another when you do not know the solution, or what the problem and the solution, right? Which comes to the other one, which is why, right? So the question is, why are you doing what you're doing? So I would assume that the reason why you are doing what you're doing is because you have identified a need, you have identified a problem that is there. So that's why you are actually doing that. You've identified even solutions or tools that you can use to actually solve that problem, right? So now the other question is, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Because it doesn't only end with you having an idea, you having a concept, you seeing a gap somewhere. It's a question of that gap that you saw, or that problem that you saw. Is it something that involves another party? How are you going to make sure that you still get this other party to be in line with what you want to do or what you want to solve? And how are they even going to relate to what you are doing? How are they even going to understand what you are trying to do? If you are trying to sell something to clients, if you are, Teriso, I'll make an example with you, because I know that you have a physical product that you have, which is your book. It's a question of the people that you want to provoke their thoughts. Who are they? Where are they? How are you reaching them? How are you able to reach them with your message? How are you going to do that? You've identified the problem through what you've written or what you've came up with. But the question is, how are you going to make it reach those people that you need? Which I will mention that value is very important. This is not a part of what I was going to say now, but I think I need to bring it up that giving out value, guys, is important. Sometimes we think that having to have a business, run a business, and wanting to just make sales and sell without making people aware or giving them value on what we are doing. Sometimes it can take you a long time to actually win a client over. So that is something that I want you to take note of. If you can just highlight on your notepad or whatever and just say hashtag give value. So you will remember when you go through it that you need to give value in your business, in your brand, whatever that you're doing, whatever model that you have of your business, you need to give value. All right. So there are different types of digital marketing, of course, which I think I have touched on the previous slide. And I don't think I should really dwell much into it because I did explain a couple of them. So basically, this is the whole umbrella or the wheel of digital marketing. And I think everyone here can just see, okay, there's a website. There's blogging, okay, there's social media. You know, there are things here that you know that you either have or you either are familiar with, right? So it's just a matter of you noting this so that you can understand that, okay, these are things that are more important. I should really pay more attention into it. SEO, we're still emphasizing SEO. SEO is an ongoing strategy, and the longer you invest in it, the more results it yields. It is not a quick fix. How many of you know the quick fix people that want something to be done just like that now? I want everything running now. I want everything to be on point now. And right there and there, that is where we have a problem. You have to understand that digital marketing is not, it's fancy. Guys, digital marketing is fancy. When you say, like now, I even printed a shirt yet digital boss. Like it's fancy digital, you know? But now it's just fancy when you talk about it. But the work that you put in, it's like working on a website on the back end. When it comes out, it's beautiful, but the work that happened, you are not seeing it. So it is important for us to understand that this is not a quick fix. I have been in the digital space, in the web and development space for over 7 years. And I can tell you right now that I have not stopped working on my online presence. As much as I've had my online presence for a while, I'm still working on it. Because remember, something that is common is that technology changes each and every day. So this is digital marketing. It means that each and every day there are new things that are happening. There are new trends. There are different ways to do things. So if you're not adapting, then hi, asas, right? Okay, let me not dwell into it. So now, here's the most important point that I wanted to mention. Mpo is having a drink and I forgot that I also have my drink. So, reach the right audience. So all of us here, guys, as we are listening right now, we all have like different platforms. We all have different categories in our businesses. Some might be similar, some might not be similar. But now we often think that if I have an audience, if you and I maybe are friends and I have an audience, and then I ask you that, friend, can you just push your people to follow me and I'll push my people to follow you so that we can, you know, have more people and all that. The danger about it, yes, it's a good thing because you can get some people that can have interest. But the bad or the cons about it is that sometimes you do that, but you find that you have a following, like I said earlier, having a following, but there's no engagement. So if people are not your right targeted market, no matter how much you advertise, no matter how much you market, they will not buy into what you're doing. You can invest so much and you'll still have a problem because those are not your right targeted market. So this is something that I feel like we need to really emphasize and really take into account, that not everyone is for you or your business. Not everyone is meant for your business. So you need to go out there. I don't know how you're going to do it. Actually, I do know, hence I'm talking to you right now. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to get out there and find them. And digital marketing has all the tools for that. It's like, for example, when you go to Google and you Google people within your category, already you know that these are the people. This is what they are talking about. Let me make an example, a good example about YouTube. YouTube is also a big search engine when it comes to video. And I'm sure that we are all aware that video has played a huge role in terms of making it easier to market, right? So making an example about YouTube, what I'm going to say is that if, for example, I want to write content on digital marketing and I want to write on a particular topic, I will need to Google people within that niche and see how those videos are doing. How are they engaging? How are they getting engagement around that? So you need to find your right people and see how they are communicating so that you can be able to communicate with them, right? So learn what's important. So these are the points that are there. Learn what's important about your audience. Speak your audience language, which is what I just said now. Know your organic keywords, which is exactly what I just mentioned, that before you can even do something, search for those kind of categories, find out how they do things, find out how they're communicating. Even on Facebook, if you search your niche, you will get to see different people talking about something similar. See how they engage, see what gets more traction, so that you can start changing your style of communicating. And stay top of your mind with retargeting. So what do we mean by retargeting? So retargeting is like, for example, if you happen to come into my website and we had an engagement, we had some kind of a session, or maybe you bought into my product and all that, I should still retarget you with and interest you with something else. So meaning I shouldn't lose you as a client. So it's important for me to still keep you as my client, right? So that is how you retarget the same people that were able to somehow see value in what you're offering. So that's something that you also have to note. All right. Am I talking too much? Should I pause? Okay. All right. So this is the part that I love. Ooh, I love this one. Master the art of dating your clients. So mastering the art of dating your clients. So this is something that I've been doing, but not so much in my business. And I've realized that this is really an important thing. So let's make an example. If you have a boyfriend, right? If you have a girlfriend and she's not, or he's not checking up on you, and like everything is just quiet. You guys met, went on a date the first time, or went on a trip. The next thing, you're back, you happy, honky-dory. The next thing, both of you go all quiet, or one of you goes quiet. How are you gonna feel? Like, how are you gonna feel? You probably think that, I know, there's no longer a relationship here, right? So it's the same thing with business, it's the same thing with clients. I feel like if we are not checking up on our clients and finding out how they are doing or how things are going, then it's a problem. So I'm going to make a practical example with my client here. Yo, Toriso, you are actually featured in this masterclass. You are officially featured. So When I first designed Torizo's website, so you can check it out, coachtorizo.com when you have time. So when I did the website for the first time, after a while, I noticed something that, you know what, this website is not secured. And if I was just any other person who did business and then done, I'm born, we are done, you and I are done, we will talk when we need to talk, I wouldn't have contacted her. So what that means is that I have identified a problem while in the process, but even after engaging with her on that particular project, right? So that is another way of dating my client. But now this is another form of taking care of my client, because I can see that that site is not secure. So it's possible that she can get spam, whatnot, cookies, whatever the case may be. So I had to contact her and tell her, this is what's happening. We need to do 1, 2, 3. And then we sorted that out. So similarly to you, if you have clients, if you are doing coaching, if you are selling a product, if you sold something to a client 2 weeks ago and all that, after a week or two, check up on them, find out how the product is, treating them. Are they happy with it? Are they still okay with it? Is it treating them well? Not that you want them to buy again. Okay, yes, you want them to buy again, but saying it indirectly, if I'm making sense. Indirectly saying that, okay, I'm checking if you are happy. So if they are happy, you know that your next move would be later when you have that product or something new that they might have interest in, you will tackle them in a way that, they will have interest, because this is your person, right? Almost when you're dating your partner, where to touch. So that is a similar concept to business. And I think that is something that we really need to take into account. I hope that this is not, your mind is not out of the gutter, but it's within the clientele, right? So you get where I'm going with this. So it is important for us to take care of our clients. So this is a challenge that I'm posing for myself and for you guys to do that. Whether you are offering value, even if you haven't started a business, if there is some kind of value that you're offering, try to find out if whatever that you're offering, it's really making some kind of impact to someone. If you don't have feedback, it's a problem. And that's why even on digital marketing, we have surveys. So you can create a survey to ask people, even after this event, I'm going to do a survey where I'm going to ask you guys what you thought about this masterclass, like for your honest opinions, for your critics and all that. And the reason why I would do that is because, okay, I know now what was on a high level, what was on a low level. For the next masterclass, I will know how to now put them on, the right level, all of them. So those are very important things that we really, really need to take into account, guys. So I've been talking too much and we have only 15 minutes left. So I'm gonna stop sharing the screen